Here with Wheaton College men's swimming and diving coach Barrett Roberts. Talk about the first half of the season, Coach. It's been a pretty successful one so far.
Yeah, I've been thrilled. Just compared to our first semester last year, and then we thought it was a great semester. We're so much further ahead than we were, and it really just has to do with the people on the team just rededicating themselves over the summer. They came into the season in much better shape than they have in the past, and so we were able to kind of hit the ground running a little bit more than we have historically, and we've really attacked training, from really after the first 2 weeks of the season, and really got right into sprint training, mid-distance, distance, IM training, and the results are paying off. The team's doing great. They're lifting really hard. They're training really hard. They're doing a good job of recovering and watching what they eat and doing what they need to do away from the pool to have great races, and so it's been a really rewarding first semester.
Coach, you have a little bit of a break here going into the mid-semester session. Just talk about what the team will do to keep themselves in shape and going forward.
Sure, yeah. So, we don't practice. This is finals week. In practice, we don't hold formal practices. A lot of the kids have come in during open swim and gotten some laps in. That's been great to see. But really, it's just maintaining their efforts from the first semester. I certainly don't expect them to be swimming like we've been swimming or lifting every day or anything like that, but I do expect them to kind of take the steps necessary to not come back to campus in any worse shape than they are right now. And so that's really a great personal challenge for each of them. We'll see what happens.
Obviously, the goal is to compete well at NewMax, but you have a first meet against Mount Holyoke and Clark on January 11th when you come back. Just talk about that matchup a little bit.
Yeah, so the Clark meet for the men, always a really good meet. They've kind of become a rival in recent years for us. Their coach, Paul Phillips, does a really good job with their group and getting them ready to swim us. And so we're home this year, which is great. We were at Clark last year. And we already know the races that are going to be tough and the ones we have to win in order to win the meet. And so, we're not yet thinking about that meet, but it's not going to be long until we shift gears and start to focus on them.
Coach, can you talk about some of the individuals in the first half of this season? Dan Spencer, Sam Neal, you've also got Richard Jenkins and Emerson Jenkins. They've put up some pretty good times. Yeah,
I've been really impressed. Sam and Emo have done a great job of just being captains and leading the team and setting the tone in practice. I think both of them, really almost across the board, the returning men are swimming much faster than they ever have in season. We've really rededicated ourselves to kind of dry land training, bringing in things like boxing and a few different things to kind of mix it up and have them work really hard at something other than swimming back and forth. And so that's been great to see. Emo, who knows where the sky's the limit for him right now. He's on pace to have by far his best season. Sam Neal has been training really hard, and it's also been great to see Sam working on things new and different. He's a senior. He's only got a few weeks left of his swimming career. He's still working on improving little things every day, which is awesome. Richard Jenkins has come in much better shape than he's ever been in, swimming much faster in season than he's ever swum. He's also kind of converted traditionally a backstroker. Now he's sprinting freestyle. He's on those A freestyle relays for us. It's been a great surprise. And then really the whole freshman class for the men, Christian, Jeremy, Mike Gibson, Dan Spencer. A great group of guys. They push each other really hard. Dan certainly was a standout, as well as Christian, Jeremy, and Mike. Really couldn't be happier with that group, and we'll see what they can bring in NewMax.
All right, thank you, Coach, for your time, and good luck in the second half of the season.